Juan Soto's contract and life is insane. If you don't know who Juan Soto is by the end of this, you'll know exactly who he is. You know how much money he's making? You know what his money can do? You know why they're paying his ass so much money? And then you'll be able to go to work and be like, hey, Bill. Hey, Tony. Hey, Greg. You hear about that Soto contract? Hey, Marcia. Hey, Cindy. Hey, I don't know why I'm doing the Brady Bunch. Will Billy have a job in 2025? I don't know. Billy is my producer who took the day off today. And this is Top of the Morning, where we cover everything, sports and film and media. And today we're talking a little Juan Soto. Mind-blowing contract, guys. And this is brought to you by Comulus.net. That's right, Comulus.net. Consult with them, recommend with them, and implement with them. Comulus.net. They are amazing, huge sponsors of the show. I'll tell you more about them later. Juan Soto, little history. The man was born in 1998, the year I graduated high school. Oh my God. So while I'm going on freaking partying in Cancun with people I don't even know, he's being born, a little Soto baby. October 25th, close to Halloween. He's not Mexican, so I would have said Dia de los Muertos. Do Dominicans even celebrate Halloween? Good question. Do we have a big Dominican fan base here? Huh? We'll find out. I want to know. So, Juan Soto, yes, born in the Dominican Republic. The man is and for those who don't know, the Dominican Republic is like literally baseball is God there. He's an outfielder. Now, here's a unique thing about him. He bats and he hits, throws and he hits left. Now, are there other players in the league that hit left? Of course. But when you're a lefty in baseball, just in general, it just gives you an advantage. Why? Players aren't used to seeing a lot of lefties. They're used to right. Pitchers are used to seeing right. And lefties just have a little bit of an advantage. They get to the bases quicker, a bunch of things like that. So, baseball roots. Of course, he grew up in El Dominican Republic. Oye, pam, 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 pam. Okay, and where baseball is a way of life. His dad played for one of the local teams there, and so he obviously grew up with the game. Now, he was a catcher. Soto is not a catcher. And so Soto signed, and here's the crazy thing, guys. You think having this money, and of course, the contract that he signed, I'll tell you what the contract that he signed for, so you guys have an idea. So I got a lot of deal here. Is a 15-year, $765 million contract. That's right. 16. I'm gonna write it right now. I'm gonna write it. It is a crazy stat. Top of the morning to you, Dumpy Tree Frog. And if you're watching this Juan Soto segment, what you're watching is the most interactive, funniest, wildest, craziest show on YouTube. Boom. It's okay. Now, back to Juan Soto's life. Juanesito Soto, chico. Juan got drafted at the young age of just 19 years old. He made his debut. Oh, no, he got signed at 16 years old with the Washington Nationals in 2015. $1.5 million signing bonus. That means that when you sign that paper, just for signing that paper, baby, just for signing that paper, $1.5 million. And you want that when you're a young player. You want that anytime. Shit, I'll take that right now. He makes his debut 3 years later because what baseball has done is created such an amazing way to farm system to get their players to pros. Basketball doesn't really have it as well. They got a G League. Football is just college football. So that's really what their farm system is. And he had a breakout rookie season. 2018, he hit 22 home runs. He has this crazy stance, man, where he sits like this, super wide and very, very intense when he swings. He's just a great, fun player to watch. So in 2018, he finished second in the NL for Rookie of the Year. He becomes a World Series champion in 2019 with the Nationals. An amazing run at just 21 years old. He hits 5 home runs. He drives in 14 RBIs during the postseason, because this is what you want, man. In the postseason, you want people who come to play. I ain't playing. I don't know if in the postseason I would come to play, to be honest. But Aaron Judge had a little bad postseason. He had a very bad postseason. And it's crazy how you can be the man all year long. And this is no diss to Aaron Judge. No diss. I love Aaron Judge. I think he's a stand-up dude. And have a horrible World Series where Soto was so intense. And yes, Jonathan, he treats every at-bat like it's a World Series at-bat. He is the anti-Aaron Judge. He's way more intense. Yeah, his signing bonus was $53 million or not. It's insane. So, back to Soto. And I'm going to rewind it just a little bit here so we can get a little bit of his old stuff. So, Soto. So, back to Soto. He's a Silver Slugger in 2020 and 2021. He's got the NL batting title in 2020. So he's not just, what does that mean when you have a batting title, right? That means you can hit. That means that you're just not a home run hitter. That means that you're just not a contact hitter. That means that you're average, you're getting on base. And that's what you want when you play baseball. He won the home run derby, so he shows he has power as well. He's got 165 home runs, 550 plus RBIs, 285 lifetime batting average. In baseball is insane. Okay, he is a clutch performer. They call him the childish Bambino because of his maturity at the plate. Man, you want to be disciplined at the plate, and you want to be disciplined in life. And when you're disciplined, and you're not swinging at shit up here and down there, and you're just living in that zone, baby. You're just living in that zone. You're gonna be a clutch performer, and that's what Soto is. So, he does have a youthful energy, man, and he is an icon. The guy is truly an icon in the Dominican Republic. He represents the country well. He's a good standing dude. I haven't heard anything bad about him, quite frankly. He seems very charitable. So if you ever check out this channel, I'm not here to bash anybody. I don't want to come down on anybody unless they're pieces of shit, to be honest. You know, they did some horrible stuff to people. But just in general, this is not a trash channel. This is not a celebrity drama channel. This is funny, motivating, and bringing people up and bringing interesting things up. And of course, some little comedy as well. Now, let's talk about Soto's insane contract, because the myth, this was coming for a while. Baseball fans, we were watching, like, how much is this guy going to get paid? Because recently, Shohei Ohtani from the LA Dodgers just got an insane contract. And the reason for that is he is the greatest. Shohei Ohtani is the greatest baseball player in the history of baseball. Okay? And so I don't care. I'll battle anybody with that. There's been nobody like him at all. So they gave him that money because this guy can pitch and hit. And that's just unbelievable. So you're getting, and he brings a whole country with him. So, and his contract, Shohei Ohtani's, which was like, I think 30 million less than Soto's, is broken up amongst time. So it's deferred payments. So what does that mean when you defer the payment? In baseball, there's no real salary cap, I guess. I think there is, but people blow it out of the water. The Mets owner said literally, hey, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody says. Any owner says, I will pay more money for Juan Soto to bring him to the Mets. And the guy was good for his word. He's got Francisco Lindor in there. He's got the polar bear. He's got some pitching now. The Mets are ready to be there. And if they don't win the World Series next year, they are going to be a laughingstock. That's how it goes. You Mets fan over there, where you at? Shohei's great. Wait a second. Shohei's great, but don't ask him for betting tips. Man, he didn't do that. But you know what? I think well, that's a whole nother story. Rachel, where have you been? We will now call back. Bring back the Rachel search party. Bring back the Rachel search party. All right, thank you guys. I appreciate the love. Appreciate Rob Warren and Joe Wilson and Thomas Bowden and Debbie and Delana and Julie. Every single time you hit a like, every single time you hit a love on that screen, you just little tap that little heart. It brings more people to the party. So I really appreciate it. DTF is so sad because as a Yankees fan, he knows the last 7 or 8 years of contact are going to, yep. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. This isn't it. Hey, podcast media in the house. Podcast media. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, so let's get to the contract at hand. Juan Soto chose the Mets. Now, why did he choose? Wait a second. Lemonade break. Been talking for 20 minutes. Cheers. Coffee break. Cheers goes to Juan Soto for signing a $760 million contract over 16 years. Thank you guys for liking and sharing. Every single one helps. And we do have memberships. I don't know what you're going to get with it, but you can sign up for a membership. You can do super chats. YouTube just approved me for all this shit. So, and I am Mr. Claus. All right. Nobody else is doing a show like this, interactive, at this level, and I'm trying to bring it to y'all, and I appreciate every single person. Thank you. It is a cute mug. Most shows hate their listeners. Most shows hate their viewers. They look at them just a money grab. Me, I want to cuddle and caress you. Not physically, because that would be sexual harassment, just with my voice. Oh, that's assault. Soto wanted the grimace and OMG vibes. You know what? Hey, Curtis, it is good to see you in here. I still need to send you your things, papi, okay? Let's start a donate train. What is this? A donate train to get Carlos to beat Soto's contract. Let's do it. If everybody donates $10 million. Did I do the same thing with Shohei Ohtani signed his $700 million deal with Dodgers? I did, yeah. But I didn't do it as detailed. I'm trying to grow and get better, Crooklyn. And I love your LT breakdown, your profile picture. I love sports. And I know some of the people who watch the show are getting to know me. They don't really know that much about sports, but I want to show it in a different way. So I did do something similar to Shohei. So if you check that out. What up, Doug Baker? Good to see you, buddy. All right, let's get back to the Soto contract. All right. So we're waiting to see where he signs and he signs with the Mets. Oh my gosh, he's with the Yankees the year before in the World Series. I thought no way he goes to the Mets. No way. And he does. And he signs for $75 million up front. Oh, hell yeah. Good for him, Soto. Now, his annual average every year, this dude is going to make $51 million. What? That is insane. He hasn't. So even on top of this, okay, so $51 million. And after 5 years, he can opt out. You go, mira, papi. A mí no me gustan los Mets. A mí me gustan los Miami Marlins. What I said was, in my best Soto impression, was, I don't like the Mets anymore. I like the Marlins. I don't know if he's going to say that. Respect that. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Soto makes $6,000 per hour for the next 15 years. Oh, I got some great stats here, Jonathan. They are insane, all right? So here we go. A little more stats. A little more stats for that ass. Let's put this in perspective. $3.15 million per game. That's right, folks. $3.15 million per game. How many games do they play, you say? 162 games. I'm doing a Kevin right now. Every time he goes up to bat, okay, assuming a 600 at bat per season, which is the normal, he gets paid $850,000, Papi. Oh my God. Good morning, Crystal Guerra, Lady of War. You guys like, any of y'all just like sitting here going, I mean, now here's the deal. The game that he plays and the thing that he does is so difficult and hard that somebody is willing to write that check, right? This isn't this isn't a charity event. This is a businessman. They know, and the math doesn't check out their lows. It may be, I found this stat through internet research. I'm 100% right all of the time. So 90% of the time, though, I do get things wrong. All right, here we go. Let's take a trip back. When Babe Ruth, the great Bambino, one of the greatest icons, he earned about $856,000 his entire career. Soto will make that in about a game. Yeah, just a game. Just make that. A couple of bats, maybe. $3 million a game at 100 games, that would be a lot more money. Well, if you think about it, I think that I'd rather be a Carlos Meyer than a Juan Soto. It wasn't my math. I didn't do it. I allowed computers to do the math. And if they messed up, it's their fault. People get mad at the CEO, executives make bank, but don't blink at this deal. Of course they're blinking at this deal. Of course, we're talking about it now. We're in shock. They're writing that check. Arnott, you can always count on Arnott to get the side of the executive. I'm here for you. So, listen to this. Here we go. Let us take a trip back in time. Why don't we? Huh? Why don't we? I had these other contracts. I got to pull this up. Don't think. Okay, so in the 1970s, players like Dick Allen and Mike Schmidt were earning about $250,000, $500,000 annually. That's kind of sad to think about these days. Even in the early 2000s, Alex Rodriguez's $252 million deal with the Rangers seemed astronomical. I remember when that deal went down, and it really was crazy to see, to think, wow. And I remember the $100 million contract. Here are some of the recent contracts that broke records. And you just forget. You just forget these insane numbers, okay? 10 years ago, Giancarlo Stanton signed for 13 years, $325 million. At the time, I was like, nobody's going to beat that. Nobody's going to beat that. And they're like, yeah, they're going to so beat that. And then 20 years ago, Manny Ramirez signed for 8 years, $160 million. Robinson Cano, 10 years, $240 million. I think the bigger thing is that most of these athletes, you wouldn't recognize them if they were walking in front of you in an outlet mall. Basketball, football, a little more noticeable, a little bit bigger, but insane, these numbers. Now, what could $765 million buy you? What would you buy with $765 million? I want to know right now, what would you buy? What would be the first thing you would buy with $765, with a whatever $100 million signing bonus? First thing I'm buying? Leg extensions. I'm going to be 7'2", baby. I'm going to some surgeon in Germany. He's going to put my legs. Now, my torso, I guess, would be small. I'd look like some sort of voodoo person. But I would then be tall enough to then play in the NBA. My skills are not there, though. So it'd have to be 7'10". Maybe you can make me 7'10". You'd buy 14 million Big Macs. That's a guy that knows how to use his money. Jonathan. You, podcast media, and Jonathan, y'all need to hang out if you ever become billionaires, because you guys could buy the shit out of some McRibs and some Big Macs. You guys are probably best friends. You don't even know it. Podcast media, are you a Mets fan? The reason I don't blink at these contracts, please tell me, is because someone paying them considers side. Exactly. All right. To wrap up the Juan Soto, and then I want to hear from what you guys think. Definitely. What would you guys buy? You would buy the Rays? Oh, you're a Rays fan. You could buy the Rays with $765. Are the Rays a $1 billion franchise? They have no stadium. No, okay. Gotcha. All right, let's what can it buy you, okay? As I sip my cold ass coffee. If you're just joining us, this is Top of the Morning. And if you're watching this as a clip, this is a clip from Top of the Morning. It could buy you 10,200 four-year public university scholarships. That's a lot of kids going to school. Soto's not going to do that. If you were looking for a median, do you know how long I had said medium prices and not knowing that it was a median? Many years of growing and being an adult, I said medium prices. Anyway, the median priced U.S. home, insane to think about, is $300,000. Wow, that's crazy. Well, you could buy 2,500 of them. You could buy a lot of them. You want a Bugatti Veyron? They're priced at $1.5 million. Yeah, well, you could buy like 5,000 of those. This math is sounding way off. This is ChatGPT math. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun. That was Juan Soto's life here on Top of the Morning. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations, Juan Soto. Congratulations. Make your money. Get your bag. I hope you do a lot of great things with it. My personal take on this is unless he literally brings a World Series. And what does that mean? That means a Freddie Freeman style walk-off World Series Grand Slam home run, then this contract is not worth it. No, I'm kidding. Soto's the real deal. It's insane to think that they can write those contracts and even make money back, but I'm here for it. I can't wait to see the rivalry. I can't wait to see the Mets and the Yankees play each other. Even better if it would be in the World Series. How insane would that be, that they would take on each other in the World Series? So I think it's great for baseball. Got some attention. What do you guys think? Do you think it's worth the money? Do you think Soto's contract is worth it to the Mets? After this, we're going to go to Famous Faces and Funnies. After that, we got Carlos clips. We're going to do talk about some a family secret I found out. I'm not going to tell you what the secret is, but I'll tell you, it's very crazy. I'm going to talk about the elves are back in our house and just a lot of fun stuff. So I want you to definitely stick around. So I want you to know, you're buying your son a baseball bat for Christmas. You better, bro. Baseball is where it's at. All the biggest contracts are in baseball because it's the hardest, man. The game to hit that ball and to throw that ball as fast and as hard, and the nature of the league itself is why they can make so much money too.